Thank you. Uh, Hello, everybody. It's my privilege to be here with you all today. It's July 9th, 2024. It's Spoken World Online week number 225. And thanks to David and to Rick for doing such a great job, as always. And yes, I'm wearing my summer beard today. So I'm going to again be reading again from the Roarshock page. And this is Shredding the Timeline. San Francisco, RP. July 23, question mark, 00:00. The city is abuzz, or would be, except for fear of punishment, with talk of the strange object which many eyewitnesses claim to have seen yesterday around sunset. Streaking just offshore at Ocean Beach, traveling south to north, an amateur digital recording of the object was shown on the evening news, 8 p.m., and seen by thousands before the recording was seized by Department of Space authorities, citing the Anti-Terrorism in Space Act of 2012 as justification. It was further declared that a policy of official amnesia was being attached to the event, and it was henceforth unlawful to think of or remember it. Naturally, there was no mention of the phenomena in any later newscasts, and so far as can be determined, only the Roarshock page and a few pirate internet stations have continued to report on it and inquire as to what actually happened. The object was first noticed at 7:23 p.m., streaking north from the vicinity of the San Francisco Zoo. It was 20, 30 meters off of the shore, over the waves, and accounts vary widely, between 20 and 300 meters above the ocean's surface. Some said it was roughly the size of a golden flaming basketball, while others definitely stated that it was the size of a subcompact personal earthcraft, also golden flaming. All were unsure as to whether it looked more like a meteor or a spaceship. It mostly looked like a meteor, but they could not forget those uncomfortable memory flashes where it looked like a spaceship. This upset them very much. Explanations were sought and invented in an attempt to mend the rip in consensual reality. Swamp gas was suggested by some, despite the lack of any swamps in the region. Others said it was a weather balloon gone off course, despite the speed with which it traveled. One wag whimsically suggested that it was a Swissy mouse balloon let loose by some crying kid on his way home from the zoo. The meteor hypothesis seemed the most plausible of all, but the uncomfortable feeling that it was somehow more persisted, and the witnesses could not quite shake it off. Add to that the government censorship that soon followed. The incident probably lasted less than a minute, but the count on the exact number of seconds varied substantially, between 23 and 66 seconds from when it first appeared in the low sky to where it vanished over the Golden Gate before reaching the Marin shore. Radar files exist, or did, that show the brief blip of the object, and they show that it took 44 seconds to fly the length of the beach. The official radar graphs were posted briefly on the website at www.undergroundweather.org. That site has since been taken down. There were reportedly many people on the beach at the time and many dogs. The people stood amazed in dumbfoundment and the dogs howled. There was a moment of awed silence, followed by excited chatter in the Cliff House bar. Unconfirmed reports also state that the attractions in the Mechanical Museum all switched on automatically as the object passed. Laughing Sal chortled hysterically. Almost immediately after the event, two black helicopters were seen scanning the area where the object had been. By this afternoon's happy hour, the incident was being dismissed as a bullshit urban legend by beer drinkers in Toronto on Haight Street. With such strong sanctions now in place, it is likely that amnesia will be fully enforced by tomorrow, and that even the instant urban myth will be forgotten. It should also be noted that there has been a strong increase in flying saucer graffiti and street art overnight. Roarshock page will, of course, continue to pursue the story and follow all leads for as long as we are able. What story is that? We do not recall. Attempts are being made to consult the record. All files have been deleted. Oh well, there is nothing to see anyway. Please stay calm and remain in your homes. In other news, thank you. I'm putting a text link to the text in the chat.